Hello and welcome to the 5th episode in your very own Presentation Skills Refresher program. This is Michelle Bowden TV, where you need to be if you want to hear the word yes more often in your life. It's great to be with you again. How's life treating you this week? Are you feeling like a communication skills expert by now? How's that completely awesome pacing and leading going for you? Are you finding more and more people are saying yes to you when you ask for stuff in your life? This is your 5th of 12 follow-up episodes. The plan is that my sending you these refresher episodes will help you to stick to what's important when you are presenting and communicating at work. Today's episode is an important one. So what are we going to talk about today, I hear you ask me? Well, let's talk about managing those scary old nerves, shall we? You know, most people get nervous before an important presentation. We talked about this at length in our initial training together. And I'm really hoping that you've been strict on yourself and have been doing the work to kick those nerves once and for all. So let me remind you today that there are some things that you can do to make sure that you manage your presenter state and control those awful nerves. Most people want to eliminate their nerves, and while some people say that it's good to have some nervousness, I tend to disagree with that. I believe that it's good to have some endorphins and some adrenaline pumping through your body before a presentation. This helps you to perform at your best. But nerves? Who needs them? So how are you going to reduce your nervousness before a presentation? Well, there are a few things that you can do. Number 1. Firstly, you need to breathe diaphragmatically. Number 2, you need to relax your muscles so that you aren't holding tension in your body. Number 3, you must use the power of your mind. Number 4, it's critical that you extend yourself. So let's start with a reminder on diaphragmatic breath, shall we? Why breathe diaphragmatically? Breathing is something that we take for granted. We think we breathe all the time. Actually, diaphragmatic breath actually takes some practice. When you're stressed out, you probably shift from that healthy, deep breathing into a unhealthy, shallow chest breathing. This is no good because it doesn't calm down your amygdala, the two little tiny almond-shaped things buried in the temporal lobes at the side of your head. The amygdala respond to anything emotionally arousing, threatening, or fear-inducing. They also respond to intense rewards. The main job of the amygdala is to get the body ready for negative events by putting the body into a fight-flight state. We know from scientific research into brain function that breathing deeply will chill your amygdala. So make sure you do this whenever you're stressed out. Anything that causes the brain to pause and calm down is a really, really good thing for clarity of thought, and also you'll be more likely to relax and enjoy your presenting. So how do you breathe diaphragmatically? Well, the thing to remember when you breathe is this. When you breathe in, your diaphragm should extend up and out, and when you breathe out, your diaphragm should retract and move towards your back. It's like you're breathing right down into your bum. Try this lying down to make sure that you're doing it properly. Once you know you're breathing for health, try and do it at least 10 conscious times a day so that eventually it becomes second nature for you. The second thing you really need to do is relax your muscles so that you aren't holding tension in your body. Relaxing is something that takes lots of practice. Just think about all those millions of Australians who engage in some kind of meditation, yoga, or massage to try and wind down. I'm a big fan of all these approaches, but it's a bit hard to go and get a massage before every single business meeting that you go to. So you'd better find another way to relax your body. I suggest you try to ascertain where you hold your tension. Maybe your shoulders, your neck, your face. Lots of people tend to hold tension in the butt area. Once you've isolated the problem area, try tensing and relaxing the muscles associated with that area twice in quick succession. If you do this just before you present, you'll be amazed at the difference. Now, the third thing that really works is to use your power of your mind. Noting, labeling your feelings is a very effective way to calm that amygdala again. And we know that using new positive words to reframe the negative physical symptoms and thoughts well, not that easy, is a critical part of managing your nerves. Start by getting rid of the word nervous. Replace the word nervous with something else. Excited, pumped, alive, buzzing, whatever works. Just don't call it nervous anymore. Future pace yourself as a successful, confident, engaging presenter. This means imagining yourself demonstrating the strong characteristics of your brand. It is important that you shouldn't let this technique change you into something that you're not. It should really just help bring out an inherent quality that you believe you're not displaying in your personality. Some examples include a tall guy I know with a massive ego who projects an image of a gentle giant onto his hotspot before presenting. Another fellow who was quite unattractive with an irritating accent projected the brand of a gorgeous, handsome, charismatic presenter. A woman I know thinks of the warm rays of the sun and instantly feels her warmth and her personality coming through. Another presenter I know watches Jim Carrey movies before an event, and he believes that this makes him more entertaining. Really, whatever works is cool. Just experiment until you find the right approach for you. Many of the best presenters use the power of their positive thinking before they present. If you learn how to harness your potential, then you will feel a lot more confident and you will achieve amazing results in your presentations. And finally, you might remember learning how to extend the self with me in our training together. If you want to reduce your own nerves and really connect with the people in your audience, then this is the technique for you. Truth be known, even some of the greatest public speakers don't extend the self very well. Once you work out how to do it, it will ensure that you are engaging and charismatic every time. So, how do you extend the self? Well, firstly, you claim your space confidently and charismatically. Imagine that there's this bubble around you and your audience. Throw your attention out into the bubble. Connect through the whites of the eyes, eye contact, and click your audience. Remember to use the star eye contact so that your eye contact looks natural. And also remember my favourite saying, in any given moment, it's just me and one other. You're not presenting to a group. It's physically impossible to present to a group. You only have one set of eyes and generally they look in the same direction. You're presenting to one person at a time. When you fully focus on one person at a time, there's no way that you will feel as nervous as long as you followed the analysis and design process and rehearsed your delivery. Well, that's a given, right? Each of these 4 techniques combined together will help you to feel more confident and ready. We've talked about breathing. We've talked about relaxing your muscles so that you aren't holding tension in your body. We've talked about using the power of your mind and also extending yourself into the audience. They're all going to really help you to kick any stage fright that you're experiencing. Please do these things, and then you're going to stand out head and shoulders above your colleagues and competitors. And that's it for today's episode. A very important message. Was it a timely reminder for you? Do you have an important presentation coming up that you need some help with? Please add a comment about this episode in the box at the bottom of the screen. I will be sure to reply to you, and please just think for a sec about who you can tell about my training this week. There must be someone that you know who really needs to dramatically improve the way they present and persuade in business. Would you please consider directing them to my website, www.michellebowden.com.au. Thank you so much in advance for spreading the word with me. Presenting can be fun. Cheerio until next time. Happy presenting.